In some of these rallies, these protests, there are paid protesters coming in from other countries that often instigate violence, mitigate the type of confrontation with our law enforcement agencies that invite this kind of behavior, this kind of activity. So, sure, there's wrongdoing, but I just want us to be aware of the fact that there's two sides to the coin, okay?
Yes, we're also for reforming our voting system to introduce, to consider our options that would make strategic voting obsolete. And also our platform about open government and transparency is what would strengthen our democracy. And that would make government more accountable. And the questions about the $1 billion spending during the G20, G8 would be, and the rationale behind the spending would be out in the open if we have the open government that we're proposing. And I believe that, yes, we should strengthen our democracy and the check and balances that have been in place, such as the court order before the warrant. And under the previous, like the Liberal government tried to introduce a bill, and also this present government is also trying to introduce a local access legislation bill, where it would allow people, the government or police to surveil, put internet surveillance without a court order. And I think that won't solve what you're saying. Like, it won't catch a criminal, because a criminal can easily bypass such Orwellian internet surveillance system. So those are important things that we should consider, not to try to chip away at the check and balance that has been in place to strengthen our democracy. And because that is a tool that would be beneficial for the government.
First of all, in respect of lawful access, there's absolutely no way that there's any access without a lawful warrant. That's clear in the legislation. Secondly, 5.5 years of minority government is a record in terms of the minority government. At any day, the opposition could have brought the government down. They chose not to. Thirdly, the first step that should be taken in respect of democracy is democratic reform in the Senate. And if that democratic reform cannot be accomplished, the Senate and the waste of money there should end immediately.